right, we are going to go ahead and get started with our reading. For today, you should be in your reading book. It should have the number 2 at the top and it should be in green. Go ahead and open up to your very first lesson. Our very first lesson can be found on page 10. When you go into your reading book, you should be able to see this photo. The first thing that we're going to go over today is, what is this lesson about? I have already highlighted it for you. You should see lesson 1 at the very top. Today we're going to be talking about RI 1.1. This deals with asking and answering questions about key details. I want you to think really quick about what is a key detail in the text. Would a key detail give you some information or some details about anything, or is it something that you should skip over? If you said that it is something that is important in the text and gives you details about what you're reading, give yourself a thumbs up because you did a great job. All right, so here's lesson 1. The first thing that we're going to discuss is this picture. I just want you to take a look at this picture and I want you to pick 2 things that you notice. All right, so I'm going to just let you think about those 2 things as we start to discuss our lesson for today. So as I said, this is lesson 1. I want you to be asking and we're answering questions about key details. Go ahead and put your finger on the blue learning target. We will always go over the learning target. Make sure that you have your finger right here on blue and say learning target. Awesome job. So when you ask questions about what you read, answering those questions helps you understand key details in the text. Do you guys know what good readers do? How many times does a good reader read? If you said at least twice, you are good to go. So we're going to go ahead and do this again. Read this with me as I read aloud. When you ask questions about what you read, answering those questions helps you understand key details in the text. Okay? I want you to go ahead and underline these 2 words, key details. Okay? So making sure that when you are looking at a picture or some text, when you are able to tell me what the article is about or what this picture could be about, those are things that you are picking key details from. All right, so let's go down here. Asking and answering questions can help you find key details in what you read. Circle this, key details, make sure you have it circled. Key details are important pieces of what? If you said information, you got it. Go ahead and kiss your brain. Okay, so now going back to those 2 things that you noticed about this photo. First off, I'm going to ask you, is this a real photo or is it something that someone drew? Is it a real photo or is it something that someone drew? This is definitely a photo that was taken in nature. So this is a real photo. So it says, look carefully at the picture of a bird's nest. What questions could you ask about it? Think of 2 questions that you could ask about this picture. You could ask things like, what do the baby birds eat? Or, how did the mama bird make this nest? Or, where are they? Where are these birds? Or, what type of bird are we looking at? Those are a few of the questions that you may have come up with, and maybe yours are different, and that is fine. So remember, when you ask questions, you're trying to find out key details about something. Say key details. So when I want to learn new information about this bird, I might ask something about it. Okay, so what does this bird eat? That's another question that we could ask. All right, so on the next page, I'm not going to show you all the answers, okay? But I want to show you a few things. On page 11, it says think. So I want you to start thinking. What are some questions you could ask and answer about the picture? You already came up with 2. We're going to go with a who question at first. who. So your question is going to start off with the word who. It says, who lives in the home? So who does live in the home? Remember the picture? Was it turtles? No. Birds live in the home. Birds live in the home. You already have one question answered. The second one, it says what? So you're going to ask a what question, and the book already asked this for you. What is the home called? So in the picture, what is the home called where they were? The last two, so you're going to fill in the answer to this question, the what question. Then you're going to ask your own question that starts with this word. What is this word? If you said where, you are correct. So where, you need to ask a question that begins with the word where. So when we meet, you should have 1, 2, 3 areas filled in. You should have an answer to what, you should have a question for where, and you need to answer your question. I'm looking forward to it.